Now, what we are learning is from the state of Assam, wherein the Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma's big statement comes in on the CAA, and he says, and I quote, "If even one person who is new, who has not applied for NRC enters citizenship list, I will resign." Now, people of Assam will know if the protesters were honest or if we were. They will know in 2 months. This is what's been said by the Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma. Let's listen in to this particular piece that's coming from him, the reaction that's coming from him.
পিছতে আমি গম পাই যাম এজনো যদি নতুন মানুহ সোমাই প্ৰথমটো হিমন্ত বিশ্ব শৰ্মাই পদত্যাগ কৰিব যদি অসমত এজনো নতুন মানুহ সোমাই এনআৰসিত নাম আবেদন কৰি নাম নোহোৱা মানুহকেজনক বাদ দি এজনো যদি নতুন মানুহ সোমাই প্ৰথম মোৰে গ্যাৰেন্টি কাৰণ মইতো এখন অসমৰে সন্তান এতিয়া আন্দোলনকাৰী সকলৰ কথা সঁচা আছিল নে আমাৰ কথা সঁচা আছিল অসমৰ মানুহে দুমাহতটো ক্লিয়াৰলি গমেই পাই যাব
Well, so this is the particular comment that's coming from the Chief Minister of Assam. Now, remember, the politics that's erupted over the CAA rules that were out day before yesterday has intensified over yesterday's time period. And like we just mentioned, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has still maintained, as she had raised back in 2019 as well, that CAA shall not be implemented in West Bengal. She will not allow it. Well, that is the story that continues to take place. There's also BJP leaders and union ministers. Smriti Irani has come out to hit out at Mamata Banerjee and all those who are against, who are raising their voice against the CAA, saying that they are practicing vote banks politics. Now, right now, we have Preeti joining us on the broadcast to bring us more context with regards to what's been said by Himanta Biswa Sarma. Preeti, well, a very good morning to you firstly. And this comment that's coming from Himanta Biswa Sarma, he assures people and he seems very confident at this point that no matter what, CAA shall be implemented in Assam and it should be done following the correct procedure. No illegalities shall get involved in it. How are we looking at this?
So there is a narrative going on amongst the protesters when they are asking people to come out to the streets and protest. It has been said that 20 lakh illegal immigrants will now get citizenship, on which the Chief Minister of the state, Himanta Biswa Sarma, has yesterday stated that if any such kind of person who has not applied for NRC gets to enter the citizenship list, then he will himself resign. He has said that it is on him if any other person, any one single person who has not applied for NRC but has got a citizenship after the CAA has been bought, he will resign. Because there is a narration that has been going on, that has been confusing people in the state of Assam, where the protests are being seen now. It is on the narrative that a lot of people, over 20 lakh people, will now get citizenship and the burden will be on the indigenous people. Because here the issue is different in Assam. If we talk about the entire country, and in Assam and in Northeast, it's a bit different because of the indigenous nature of the state, where a lot of tribes stay. So they were a little bit confused about what if the illegal immigrants now get citizenship if they're Hindus, Parsis and Christians, and that burden comes on the indigenous people of Assam in the Northeast. But the Chief Minister has yesterday stated it very clearly that now that it has been a law, the protesters should stop protesting on the streets, because it becomes a lot of problems to the normal lives of the people. Rather than, if they want to protest, they can go to the court, because it is now a legal procedure that they have to follow. Instead of instigating people to do violence, to come to the streets and protest, he has stated clearly and asked them to go to the court if they want to challenge at all about Citizenship Amendment Act. He has stated that it is an act now and it can never be undone. The rules are here, it will be implemented. But he has also made it clear that no other person other than who has applied for the NRC will get into the citizenship list. Whereas on the protester side, when we see there is a narrative going on, they are trying to tell the people that over 20 lakh people who are illegal immigrants now in the state will get the citizenship, the Indian citizenship, which will be a burden on the indigenous people of Assam, for which we have seen that quite in some few places the protests are also going on against CAA in Assam.
Right, Preeti. Preeti, do stay with us right now. We also have Arunima joining us on the broadcast to bring us more context with regards to all that's happening around the CAA notification. Arunima, coming to you, we see the politics that's broken over CAA. This just doesn't only restrict itself to Assam, but even in West Bengal, or even now Shashi Tharoor coming up and saying that yes, it can be repealed as well. Well, what we are trying to understand here are the myths that are going around about CAA, especially with regards to the refugees and who will get the citizenship status and who won't. If you could just decode that a little for our viewers.
So as far as who can apply under the Citizenship Amendment Act, it's very clear that 6 persecuted minorities from 3 countries, which is Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh, and 6 communities being Hindus, Christians, Parsis, Sikhs, Buddhists and Jains. These 6 community members can apply under the amended rules. What the government is providing for is that even if your passport has expired, but the passport does show your nationality as from these 3 countries, then it's an acceptable document. If you do not have a passport, then any other identity document issued by your country of origin could be accepted. The second document that the government is asking for is something to prove that you arrived in India before 31st December 2014, because that is the cut-off date. So some people have been here in India for more than a decade. They have managed to avail Aadhaar card, bank account, all those documents are acceptable. Their children go to school here, so the school admission document which mentions their nationality and their date of arrival, that is acceptable as well. What about Hindus, non-Sikhs, community members who are not from these 6 communities? What the Indian government is clarifying, government sources say, is that under the original Citizenship Act, Section 6, anybody can apply for Indian citizenship under naturalization. Opposition has been trying to target the government by saying that this is against our constitutional provision. This is unconstitutional because it's not secular, it's discriminating on grounds of religion. So the government is clarifying that Section 6 of Citizenship Act does allow even Muslims who are facing threats in Pakistan or Afghanistan or Bangladesh to apply, and that has not changed. So there is no point trying to do this fear-mongering that this act is taking away any Indian Muslims' rights or is dividing the society and dividing the country on grounds of religion.
Right. Arunima, the other point that comes in here is we want to understand the kind of relief that's been introduced with these rules. While we've discussed about the timing, 11 years has now been reduced to 5 years. How does that help and what relief does that bring in for the people applying?
So people who are applying for citizenship under this particular rule, which has now been notified, at least they would have come here 10 years ago, at least 9.5 years ago, because the cutoff, like I said, is 2014 December. Now, originally, when the Citizenship Amendment Act was not brought in, and the government, said that, government sources have been saying that originally, if your passport expired before the CAA rules came, you would have been deported. Now you do not face deportation. And on the ground, how is CAA really playing out? I'm coming to you live from Shaheen Bagh area. Shaheen Bagh had become like an epicenter for protesters who were against CAA. You can see behind me, there is the rapid action force that has been deployed here. But here in Shaheen Bagh, life is going on as normally as possible. This is the main carriageway which takes you from Delhi towards Noida. This carriageway had been shut for months together. Yes, precautionary measures have been taken. RAF has been deployed, paramilitary has been deployed. There is a Vajra Vahan here also to take care if there is any eventuality. Yes, there are police barricades too. But overall, look at Shaheen Bagh. It is normal because people have reposed their faith in what is being told to them, that this is not taking away anybody's rights. This is what the government is also clarifying.
Right.
That CAA is not taking away anyone's right. It's about providing citizenship to those who are facing persecution in the